Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Iraqi Dinar Updates. Your go-to source for deep dives, honest takes, and thought-provoking discussions about Iraq's currency, economy, and their role on the global stage. If you're interested in the dinar, international integration, and what all the moves behind the scenes could mean for your investments or for Iraq's future, you're in the right place. So, let's get into it. You've probably heard people buzzing lately about Iraq's plans to integrate into the international financial system. Some say it's finally happening. That they're gearing up for something big. They're talking about policy changes, statements from officials, shifting relationships with financial institutions, and of course, there's the number 1310 floating around in many conversations. Now, let's break that down. Are they really getting ready to integrate globally? And if so, broken bar is 1310 the rate that's going to do it? Let's take a step back. If they were going to do it at 1310, why didn't they just do it years ago? Why not in 2021? Why not in 2018? Why not back when oil prices were surging and the economy was showing signs of opening up? Because here's the thing, if it was going to work then, it would have already happened. The reality is, the timing wasn't right. Either the structure wasn't strong enough, the corruption too deep, or the political backing just wasn't there. And maybe even now it still isn't. Let's be honest. Saying Iraq is gearing up to integrate internationally is a bit vague. What does that actually mean? Does it mean opening their currency to the global Forex market? Does it mean allowing full convertibility? Does it mean attracting massive international investment? Or simply creating the appearance of progress to maintain local confidence? These are very different things. If we take it at face value, yes, there are signs that Iraq wants to appear more open. They're talking more openly with international partners. They're cracking down on some black market exchange activity. They've shown interest in more transparency with the IMF. But let's not confuse signaling with execution. If they really wanted to integrate at 1310, they could have aligned their banking system, cracked down on the informal markets, and brought stability a long time ago. Instead, we're still watching daily fluctuations, dollar shortages in local markets, and confusing back and forth moves from the central bank. So, why now? Why is there a fresh wave of optimism? Well, part of it is hope. Hope that after years of stagnation, this time is different. That maybe a more stable oil market, better relations with neighbors, and a clearer vision for digital banking might help Iraq finally take the leap. But again, let's ask the hard question: can they truly integrate internationally at the 1310 exchange rate? Here's the challenge: 1310 is still heavily subsidized and controlled. It's not a true market-driven rate. It's not competitive. It's not even reflective of Iraq's economic potential if you consider their natural resources, their young population, or their geopolitical leverage. Let's be real, most of us watching these developments aren't just doing it for fun. We're watching because we believe there's potential here. That if Iraq really opens up and connects with global systems, whether it's SWIFT, WTO membership, or oil contracts that attract international banks, then the dinar might finally find its true value. But if that value was meant to be fully realized at 1310, wouldn't we have seen the results already? The hard truth is probably not. Because at that rate, it just doesn't work. Not for the scale of international trade they want. Not for the economic reforms they talk about. Not for attracting billions in foreign investment. The math doesn't add up. What does that mean for the future? It means we need to stay realistic. It doesn't mean nothing is happening. It just means we shouldn't expect a miracle overnight. Progress in Iraq often comes slow. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And sometimes it's all smoke with no fire. But we keep watching. Because when the pieces finally start to move in sync, when the banking system modernizes, when corruption gets addressed seriously, when foreign capital starts flowing in, and when real economic reforms get enforced, that's when integration will start to mean something real. And chances are, 1,310 won't be the number we're talking about when that moment arrives. So, what do you think? Are they really preparing for a big move, or is it just another round of speculation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're seeing, especially if you're tracking updates on the ground or from trusted sources. If you found this video helpful or thought-provoking, give it a like and share it with others in the community. And don't forget to subscribe to Iraqi Dinar Updates, where we keep the conversation grounded, insightful, and always evolving. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay sharp, and stay patient.